Hello everyone, my name is Rachel. I made a video a year ago, so I wanted everyone to make another video so that it had been a year, so that people can see the difference of how you start with aphasia and how by keep on going to learn with aphasia you actually get better and better. So I want everyone to know that don't ever think that you can't get better, because you can get better. And I was reading some of these, how aphasia has affected me. It has affected me. A lot of people think it hasn't, but it actually has. I went on a holiday a couple of weeks ago and went to a family wedding. It was good to catch up with everyone, but unfortunately I didn't talk much at all. And that's where people don't see what aphasia really is. It's easy for them to say, oh look, you're talking so much better now. But when there's a lot of people, we don't really get to talk, because you have to actually just have one-on-one to be talking, not lots of people around, because if they're all blah 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 and laughing, well, we don't understand it. And that was the worst part of being at the family wedding. I enjoyed it, but I could have cried, because it is hard when you kind of start to feel that, oh, okay, maybe I'm not as good as what I thought I was, you know. But, you know, it ended up being good. And then even went to the holiday with stayed at Wodonga with family, and it was good, but the same, unless it's one-on-one, I don't do much at all. So, but when I go to my group, my aphasia group, we all get to laugh and we all get to talk, whether it's bad or good. We're allowed to talk, because we all want everyone to be able to talk. And if it comes out wrong, we don't get embarrassed. So, you know, it's the best thing is, if you can go to a aphasia group, you have to keep going, because it brings everything out of you. What is it like to live with aphasia? Wow, it's good. I've got a lot better than what I used to be, but it is still hard. Some days, if I'm at home by myself, I might start reading on Facebook, and I think I'm only doing it for 5 minutes. But then I look and it's like, oh, okay, I've actually been on here an hour, but I may have only read 2 or 3 things. You know, so I guess that's where it comes back to me that I am a bit weird. I guess, it takes me that little bit longer to go through things, but life goes on, I had an operation to fix a hole in my heart to try and stop a lot of the headaches that I've put up with for 5.5 years. At the moment it's going good. I was a bit worried that for them to do the operation that I would have another stroke, but I'm here, and I'm still talking better, and so life does go on. You've just got to keep on going. And just another quick one down the bottom here. What would you tell someone who has just had a stroke and has aphasia? The best thing that I would tell anyone that have just had a stroke is explain to them what aphasia is. That yes, you have lost your speech, you have lost your reading, your writing, your spelling, numbers, it goes on. But instead of waiting for the doctors to say that you'll never walk or you'll never talk, don't believe that. If you've had a stroke, yes, it is hard, but if you want to keep on going, just keep on trying to talk every day. Because if you don't keep talking, that's when you will lose your voice. But if you talk every day and read every day, you will get better and better and better every day. So, reading that, what would you tell someone who has just had a stroke and has aphasia? Just tell them what aphasia is first, and that yes, strokes are bad, but life goes on. A lot closer friends, because unfortunately, with anything happens to your brain, you lose your friends. Because they haven't got time to sit around and wait for us to get one word out. So that's where your friends leave. But when you go to a group, you make good friends. And they're friends that would stay with you for the rest of your life, because they know what it's like when you do lose your friends. Yes. Because, all of us aphasias in our group, we know that if someone's having a bad day, but that's okay, we still accept them. But old friends, no. And it is hard when people say, if they're the old friends, they'll say, "Oh wow, you're talking so good." How would you know? You haven't seen everything I've had to do to get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's easy for them to say, "Oh look, you're talking so good, woohoo!" That I get very cranky, because the same thing is, I don't want anyone to get cancer, but on TV you see all the things that happen if you have cancer. But if something happens with your brain, that's when you end up with aphasia, and nobody knows what aphasia is. It's easier for them to say, "Oh look, at least you're alive. Woohoo!" Thank God we are alive. But you don't know how hard it is to get out of bed every day and keep on going. Yes. And to try and get the remembering things back into the brain. To try and do things, when you first start with aphasia, it is hard, because to try and remember what to do to get out of bed, it takes a while. It takes some people 5 seconds to get out of bed. It can take us 5 minutes, 10 minutes just to get out of bed. But people don't understand. I mean, I like having dinner around anywhere from 6:30, 7. But to do that, I have to start cooking dinner at 4:30, 5 o'clock. to do just a quick, easy dinner. You know, I still get cranky sometimes. If I'm tired, if I haven't had a rest through the day, and trust me, people with aphasia, you have to have that, even if it's 10 minutes, just to lay down and close your eyes, you have to do it. Because just to close your eyes and not think of anything for 10 minutes, that actually gives the brain that little bit of time to relax, and so that you can keep on going through the day, through the night. And unfortunately, with my cooking, if I haven't had my little rest, it takes a long time to cook dinner. You know, if it's just steak and vegetables, how would normal people, half an hour? No, try an hour and a half. Yes. Unfortunately, I do get cranky with my kids sometimes. If I'm trying to do something, and if they ask me to do something, and if I don't do it straight away, they'll get cranky with me, but then I get cranky with them because they don't understand. If I'm trying to do one thing, don't ask me to do something else at the same time, because it goes right out. Yeah, it is hard, but you just got to keep on going. It is. Another thing is, I just thought of something I was going to say, and unfortunately, it's gone. And that's a thing that people kind of don't understand, that you do lose some things, and it will eventually come back.
Yeah.
But
maybe not with the camera.
But maybe, yes. It's like, oh, what was it again? But, oh.
Gone for the moment.
Yeah, it's gone. I think it was like something that, you know, if there's things that you want to do, don't think you can't ever do it. You've just got to keep on going. You know, like, I want to try and get a job again. So, yes, I am gonna, you know, it probably won't be until after Christmas, but yes, I'm gonna start looking for a job again. It's hard, but I'm still gonna try to do it. I mean, I'd try to do any job, anything, just so that I can feel normal. Not just try to do the same thing every day.
Yeah.
It's just came to me, the other thing I thought of. To go shopping. That, you know, it's easy for everyone to say, oh, I'm only going to do a quick shop because I don't need much, so I'll be on half an hour. But for me, even if I say I'm just doing a quick shop, it takes at least an hour to hour and a half for me to do groceries. I know what I've got to get, but it just takes that little bit extra to try and remember what it is. Because I haven't said it, but I do tell everyone I am a bitch, and being the bitch that I am, I don't just write down what I need. I'm trying to keep it in here. It's a thing that you've got to try and just to get that brain working. I try and remember what I have to get.
Okay.
So everyone, thank you very much for listening to me again. But with aphasia, keep on going. Don't ever stop.